What's going on, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here, back again with another Panthers video brought to you by Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk. And before I get into it, I start off every video by saying, "What up, dude?" And today we're talking about Teddy Bridgewater and his late game struggles and trying to figure out, is Teddy Bridgewater a little bit of a choker? Is he unclutch? Like, why can't he come up big in these big time moments? But before we get into that, you know what I'm saying, make sure you guys are subscribed, man, because this is the Panthers video and I do all kind of videos like these, and I get recap and analysis of the NFL also through live streams, film breakdowns of the Panthers, and all kind of video analysis like this. So if you don't want to miss any videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and be sure to show the video love and give it a thumbs up because it really helps, and it only takes 1 second to hit the like button and don't cost you anything. So I appreciate that in advance. But let's go ahead and get into it, because last night we saw Teddy get roughed up, and this is a video that we're going to question Teddy's ability a little bit. But one thing you can't question about Teddy is his toughness. We know he got roughed up in the game against the Falcons last night with a dirty hit. Lo and behold, he got tripped up by Dante Fowler in the head and neck area, and he was out of the game for a little bit. He missed about a drive and a half, but he came back in. He wanted to be there for his teammates to fight to the end, and you really can't question this guy's toughness, and nobody ever was really doing that, because with that nasty leg injury he had with his career on the line and possibly having to lose his leg to be amputated, to be back on the field running and doing stuff and making plays in the pocket and running and taking hits, you can't really question a guy's toughness and his dedication and his heart. Nobody's doing that for Teddy, because he definitely put that on the line every time. He earned big kudos and cool points amongst his teammates and me for coming back in that game after getting hit in the head and neck. I wasn't sure if he was going to come back, because that was early in the third quarter where he got hurt, but he decided to come back. So big ups to Teddy on that. And he also deserves credit for all these games that's happened. Out of the 8 games, we've lost 5, but we've really been in all of them. There haven't been really any blowouts. Even against the good teams like the Bears, the Bucks, and the Raiders that were decent, you know what I'm saying? We've been in this game. So you have to give him credit for keeping us competitive and being in there, keeping his team hanging around and being in those positions to actually have a chance to have the go-ahead touchdown or the tying touchdown. But why does it seem like he just can't get us over the hump and get it done, man? Like, it's almost frustrating. Because against the Falcons, they kind of went cold last night. You know, they only scored 3 points over the last 42 minutes of the game. And that's wild. This is a 60-minute ball game, and we only scored 3 points over the last 42 minutes. You're not going to be anybody doing that. Let's look at his fourth quarter passing stats as a whole, because they're kind of alarming. Teddy Bridgewater this year in the fourth quarter is 48 for 67 for 591 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and 6 sacks. Now, on the surface, a lot of people are going to give Teddy credit for that completion percentage, because he has a high. He's second in the league in completion percentage. But at the same time, when it matters the most, being efficient is cool, but you need to be able to push the ball down the field at times and get things going. A lot of times on these last-second drives and last-minute drives, he's throwing short and stuff. And you really can't blame him for all the sacks, because he's not blocking for himself, and the offensive line has struggled. So that plays a factor into extra pressure on Teddy. But at the same time, you want this guy to be clutch if he's going to be your franchise quarterback, your leader, and the guy that you want to be able to count on in these late game scenarios. And there's been struggles mildly in the fourth quarter, whether it's a 4th down conversion like we're trying to run the ball, an interception like he did on the first play of the last drive of the game against the Bears, not even giving us a chance to go down the field, just taking a sack against the Saints and not getting rid of the ball, causing a long field goal by Joey Slye to be missed, or last night, moving the ball down the field and forcing the ball to DJ Moore in double coverage when Curtis Samuel was underneath right at the first down sticks for an easy completion. Hey, even the long ball he threw to DJ to get us down there to that scenario was into some shaky coverage by the Falcons. But luckily, DJ went up to make a play. So I checked the Pro Football Reference numbers, and they give Teddy Bridgewater credit for 5 scenarios where he had a drive that resulted in a game tying or game winning score. But if you look deeper into those numbers in the game scenarios, come to find out, only 2 of those games were scores within the last 4 minutes of the game when it really gets tight. The other 3 were scenarios where his team scored the actually go-ahead score early in the fourth quarter. And those are back in his rookie year, back when he played with Adrian Peterson and back when he had a great defense with the Minnesota Vikings. 2 different elements that could help him protect the lead and soft the game away. So the pressure wasn't exactly the same as it is now with him being the man here in Carolina. You notice a lot of pressure on Teddy. With the offensive line not being good, there's actually literal pressure in his face. But the pressure of the moment maybe be too big for him sometimes, because he forces stuff. He doesn't make the correct read sometimes. He misses open men. So what is going through his head? Because he doesn't have really a track record for being in the scenario that much, because put it this way, Teddy Bridgewater is an experienced quarterback because he's been in the league for some years, but he's inexperienced when it comes to these late game scenarios, having the team being on his back and having to carry the team. So there's going to be some growing pains as he tries to figure himself out on that aspect, and maybe he'll be able to turn around it eventually. But for now, it seems like he may be kind of unclutch. He may be kind of unclutch because this scenario has popped up multiple times this season, and this team has fallen short and not been able to pull out those wins. And he has the weapons to get it done. I know the protection can be suspect, but get rid of the ball early. Give your playmakers the chance to make plays and let them do what they do. Be smart, manage the clock, make sure everybody's composed, do what you need to do. That's what a quarterback is going to do, and a leader that's been in these scenarios. Like I said, a former quarterback that used to play for us used to always talk about when the butts get tight down the stretch, that's when the going gets tough and stuff gets real. So, Teddy, we need to see more from him, man, if you want to be the guy going forward. If he wants to be the franchise quarterback that this franchise needs to move into the next chapter, then Teddy needs to come through in these clutch scenarios, and we need to be able to depend on him there. So you got to give him credit for toughness, like I said, but let's criticize him when we need to when it comes to these clutch moments. And that's be something to pay attention to going forward, because maybe he can shake off this mantra of trying to be unclutch. You know, he's kind of shaking off the game management title, but can he shake out this unclutch monkey off his back and see what happens there? But you guys let me know down below in the comments, how do you feel? Do you think Teddy is unclutch or kind of a choker? You know what I'm saying, when it comes to these late game scenarios, because he hasn't proved anything that he can do it yet. So let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about that. But I'm signing off, man. Without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan, and I'll see you next time. Peace.